If you want success, real freedom, and unshakable power, you need to hear this now. Your comfort is killing you. Every time you chase ease, every time you avoid pain, you trade long-term power for short-term pleasure. This audiobook will teach you how to embrace temporary discomfort, resist instant gratification, and turn today's struggle into tomorrow's unstoppable strength. By the end, you will see pain not as an enemy, but as the ultimate ladder to freedom, purpose, and personal growth. Chapter 1. Pain is the shortcut to power. You are comfortable. Right now you are safe. You are warm. You are at ease. But let me tell you something. Comfort is a slow poison. It lulls you into mediocrity. It convinces you that small compromises today don't matter. That one skipped workout, that 1 hour scrolling through social media, that tiny act of avoidance. None of it matters. But it does. Every small compromise today erodes your long-term potential. Every time you choose ease, you trade a piece of your future freedom for a fleeting moment of pleasure. And here's the truth, you have a choice. Every day, every hour, every second you can choose comfort or power. You can stay on the couch, scrolling endlessly, eating what's convenient, doing what's easy. Or you can embrace the struggle, the discomfort, the discipline that builds real strength. You have a choice. That's the key. No one else can make it for you. You don't need their permission. No one else is going to force you to grow. It's up to you. Real power is forged in struggle. Look at the people who achieved it. Elite athletes, top entrepreneurs, historical leaders. They didn't get there by taking the easy path. They got there by embracing the hard path. Every early morning, every late night, every refusal to quit, every repetition of effort when no one was watching. They did it. You want power? You have to endure. You have to lean into the discomfort. You have to make it your ally. Discomfort is temporary. Power is permanent. Say it. Say it to yourself now. Discomfort is temporary. Power is permanent. Let's break it down. Comfort is seductive because it feels good now. It whispers, skip this. Relax. Enjoy yourself. Don't push. And it works. Your brain responds. Your body responds. You feel relief. But it's a lie. It's a trap. Comfort is the shortcut to weakness. It's the path of least resistance, and it will take you nowhere. You want to be strong? You want to be free? You want to be fulfilled? You cannot chase comfort. You must chase power. That is the key. That is the truth. You have a choice. Every single day. Every single moment. Here's a practical rule. When you feel resistance, lean into it. When your body says rest, push forward. When your mind screams stop, go. That is where growth happens. That is where strength is born. That is where discipline is built. Every time you refuse the easy path, you are investing in your future self. Every time you do what you don't want to do, you are saying to the universe, I am in control. I will not be weak. I will not be average. Look at elite performers. Look at those who achieved extraordinary results. They didn't succeed because life was easy. They succeeded because they built habits that prioritized discomfort over comfort. Olympic athletes run sprints before sunrise. CEOs work while everyone else sleeps. Writers create while no one reads. Entrepreneurs endure failures, setbacks, and pain day after day. They embrace the grind. They embrace the struggle. And so can you. You have a choice. That's the key. You don't need anyone's permission. You can start right now. Here's a mental trick that works. Every time you feel lazy, uncomfortable, or distracted, repeat to yourself, discomfort is temporary. Power is permanent. Say it again. Say it out loud if you need to. Let it sink in. It's not about today's comfort. It's about tomorrow's strength. It's not about avoiding pain. It's about building resilience. It's not about what feels good now. It's about what will make you unstoppable. That is the discipline you must embrace. That is the principle you must follow. Let's talk about small actions because they matter more than you think. 1 extra push-up. 1 more page of reading. 1 minute longer of focused work. 1 refusal to scroll through social media. These are tiny, almost invisible actions in the moment. But over time they accumulate. Over time they build momentum. Over time they separate the powerful from the powerless. You want power? Start with the small acts. Say no to comfort in one small way today. Say no to ease in one small way now. You have a choice. That's the key. Do it repeatedly. Do it consistently. Make it a habit. Here's the harsh truth. The world doesn't reward comfort. The world rewards results. The world rewards strength, resilience, and persistence. You can wait for motivation. You can wait for the perfect moment. But here's the secret. The perfect moment never comes. The world keeps moving. Life keeps throwing challenges. And every second you choose comfort, you fall further behind. Stop waiting. Stop rationalizing. Stop making excuses. You have a choice. Take power. That's the key. Embrace discomfort. Make it your ally. Let it shape you. Now, some of you are thinking, but I work hard. I push myself. That's good, but it's not enough. Are you pushing consistently? Are you choosing the hard path when no one is watching? Are you refusing comfort in small ways every day? If not, you're leaving power on the table. You're settling. And settling is failure disguised as comfort. Don't settle. Don't justify. You have a choice. That is the key. You don't need anyone's permission. You can start transforming today. Right now. Let's tie this together. Comfort is temporary. Weakness is temporary. Pain is temporary. But power, strength, resilience, they are permanent. Every small action you take against comfort compounds into long-term results. Every refusal of the easy path builds your future freedom. Every choice to endure builds your character. Discomfort is temporary. Power is permanent. Repeat it. Own it. Live it. So here's what I want you to do before you move to the next chapter. Identify one area in your life where you are choosing comfort over power. It could be your fitness, your work, your learning, or your relationships. And take immediate action. Push yourself just a little harder. Refuse comfort in one small way. Do it now. That is the seed of real growth. That is the start of power. That is the choice you must make every single day. You mastered recognizing the trap of comfort. You understand its cost. You understand the power that comes from struggle. You practiced leaning into discomfort. Now, let's talk about the true currency of your life, the choices you make every day that shape your destiny. Chapter 2, The Hidden Cost of Instant Gratification. Every time you scroll, every time you binge, every time you reach for the easy, pleasurable choice, you are stealing from yourself. You are stealing your future. You think it feels good now? It does. But what feels good now will cost you forever. Say it with me. What feels good now will cost you forever. Repeat it. Let it sink in. That is the truth that most people refuse to see. Modern life is a trap. Social media, streaming, instant news, endless distractions, they are designed to keep you comfortable, to keep you passive, to keep you weak. Every notification, every click, every swipe is a tiny tax on your future freedom. Every time you choose the dopamine hit of instant pleasure, you delay your growth. You delay your strength. You delay your power. You have a choice. That's the key. You can chase comfort or you can chase mastery. Let me tell you a story. A young college student. Bright. Full of potential. Smart enough to succeed at anything. But he chose instant fun over disciplined study. Nights out, endless scrolling, video games, parties. Felt good. He told himself, I'll catch up later. But later never came. Exams were missed. Opportunities passed. Jobs went to others. His potential became mediocrity. He had the talent, but he lacked discipline. The cost? A lifetime of average outcomes. That is the hidden cost of instant gratification. What feels good now will cost you forever. Here's the truth. Your brain is wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. That's how it evolved. But your environment today is full of manufactured pleasure. Easy food. Endless entertainment. Instant rewards. It's a trap. The survival wiring that once protected you now enslaves you. You have a choice. You can let your brain lead you to comfort, or you can override it. You can choose long-term power. That's the key. You don't need anyone's permission. You can start resisting now. The first step is awareness. Notice when you are giving in. Notice when you are trading your future for a fleeting moment. Ask yourself, will this choice make me stronger, smarter, more disciplined, or more powerful tomorrow? Or is it just a distraction? That is the question. Be honest. You have a choice. That's the key. Discomfort now leads to power later. Comfort now leads to regret later. Remember, what feels good now will cost you forever. Here's how it works in the real world. The distractions are small. They seem harmless. 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. But they compound. 1 extra hour of scrolling every day becomes 7 hours a week, 30 hours a month, 360 hours a year. 360 hours you could have spent building skills, your health, your career, your relationships. And when you finally realize it, the opportunity has passed. That is the hidden cost. That is why most people stay average. That is why most people never realize their potential. But you are different. You can choose. You have a choice. That's the key. Here's a mental trick. Fight for small wins. Every time you resist the urge for instant pleasure, celebrate it. Close the social media app. Turn off the show. Study 1 more page. Write 1 more sentence. Exercise for 5 more minutes. These are tiny victories. But over time they add up. They accumulate. They compound. That is how extraordinary lives are built. You want freedom? You want strength? You want growth? Say no to instant gratification. That is the choice. That is the key. Let's talk about real-world examples beyond the college student. Athletes, entrepreneurs, artists. Everyone who achieved greatness refused instant gratification consistently. Warren Buffett saved and invested instead of spending. Olympic athletes trained while others partied. Musicians practiced relentlessly while their friends relaxed. These weren't lucky breaks. These were deliberate choices. Every single day they chose long-term growth over short-term pleasure. You can do the same. You have a choice. That's the key. Repeat it. What feels good now will cost you forever. Now let's get practical. How do you fight instant gratification? Step 1. Identify your triggers. Is it your phone? TV? Gaming? Junk food? Once you know the triggers, remove them. Out of sight, out of mind. Step 2. Replace the instant reward with a meaningful action. Instead of scrolling, read a page. Instead of binging, do 1 push-up. Instead of procrastinating, take 1 deliberate step toward your goal. Step 3. Repeat. Discipline is a muscle. You strengthen it by resisting discomfort again and again. Every small act compounds into power. Every small act builds freedom. Every small act reinforces your control over your life. You have a choice. That's the key. Here's another truth. The human mind craves shortcuts. It wants instant fixes. It wants a pill, a trick, an easy answer. But there are no shortcuts to mastery. There is no bypass to growth. What feels good now will cost you forever. That is the law. That is the truth. And the sooner you accept it, the sooner you will take control of your life. Every time you indulge the easy choice, remember, temporary pleasure is a thief. It steals your future. It steals your power. It steals your freedom. You have a choice. That's the key. So here's your assignment. Before the next hour ends, identify 1 area where you are giving in to instant gratification. Then take immediate action. Stop scrolling. Open a book. Do a task you've been avoiding. Push yourself to do something uncomfortable but meaningful. That is the way. That is the start of reclaiming your power. Say it 1 more time. What feels good now will cost you forever. Let that mantra guide your every choice. Let's summarize. Instant gratification is a silent killer. It erodes your future. It disguises weakness as pleasure. Every choice you make today, no matter how small, shapes your tomorrow. Awareness is your first weapon. Discipline is your second. Repetition is your third. Say no to what feels easy. Say yes to what builds you. That is the path. That is the choice. That is the key. You have a choice. Take it. Repeat the mantra, what feels good now will cost you forever. You now understand the hidden cost. You see the trap. You know the consequences of chasing short-term pleasure. Now it's time to act. Apply the principle. Transform your habits. Build your discipline. Protect your future. And get ready because the next chapter reveals the ultimate source of all growth. Chapter 3. Discomfort is the currency of growth. Pain, struggle, challenge. They are not enemies. They are signals. They are indicators. They are the currency of growth. Your brain, your body, your life, they all need discomfort to adapt. Without it, you stagnate. Without it, you remain ordinary. Without it, you fall behind. Every time you avoid discomfort, you trade potential for comfort. Every time you chase ease, you delay your evolution. You have a choice. That's the key. Seek the pain that pays dividends tomorrow. Say it. Repeat it. Let it sink in. Seek the pain that pays dividends tomorrow. Pain is the signal that growth is happening. It is the feedback mechanism your mind and body provide to tell you, adapt or be left behind. Discomfort is not punishment. Discomfort is opportunity. Discomfort is leverage. Those who embrace it consistently are the ones who rise above. Those who avoid it remain average. That is the truth. That is reality. You have a choice. You don't need anyone's permission. Let's break it down with examples you can't ignore. Military training. Basic training in the army. Every drill, every push-up, every mile run, every hour of sleep deprivation. It's designed to break you. And it works. It breaks the weak. But it also builds the strong. Those who endure come out stronger, faster, sharper, more resilient. Their comfort zones are shattered. Their minds are sharpened. Their bodies are conditioned. Pain is the teacher. Discomfort is the currency. Every sacrifice pays dividends tomorrow. Now let's shift to startups. Founders face sleepless nights. They face rejection after rejection. They face financial stress, long hours, and uncertainty. And yet, the ones who lean into the discomfort, who push through the fear, who refuse to quit, they thrive. They build companies. They innovate. They create value where others saw risk. Pain is unavoidable. Discomfort is constant. But it is also profitable. Seek the pain that pays dividends tomorrow. That is the rule. That is the law. That is the principle of growth. You might be thinking, I'm not a soldier. I'm not a founder. I'm just me. Good. That makes this even more important. You don't need to enlist or start a company to embrace discomfort. Every day presents challenges. Every day offers resistance. Every day you are given a choice, comfort or growth. Refuse the easy path. Choose the hard one. That is where your power is built. That is where your resilience is forged. That is where your life is transformed. You have a choice. That's the key. Here's the mindset shift that will change everything. Stop running from discomfort. Stop rationalizing comfort. Stop telling yourself it's okay to avoid pain. That is weakness disguised as mercy. That is laziness dressed up as self-care. Discomfort is not optional. Growth is not optional. Life demands it. The sooner you embrace this, the sooner you will start compounding your strength. Repeat after me, seek the pain that pays dividends tomorrow. Let's get tactical. How do you embrace discomfort in daily life? Start small. Push past the moments you want to quit. One extra set at the gym. One more paragraph written. One more difficult conversation. One extra hour studying. One refusal to indulge in something easy and fleeting. These small acts of discipline, repeated daily, compound into massive results. Pain is temporary. Growth is permanent. Seek the pain that pays dividends tomorrow. That is the principle. That is the strategy. That is the key. Discomfort also tests your mind. Your brain will scream. It will fight you. It will beg you to stop. That is normal. That is natural. That is the test. The mind resists because it wants safety. The body resists because it craves ease. But here's the truth. You are stronger than your excuses. You are more capable than your fears. You have a choice. That's the key. Lean into the discomfort. Endure the struggle. Seek the pain that pays dividends tomorrow. Make it your mantra. Repeat it until it is wired into your DNA. Let's talk results. Why does discomfort work? Because it forces adaptation. It forces skill development. It forces resilience. You cannot grow without resistance. You cannot build strength without stress. You cannot become extraordinary by taking the easy path. Comfort creates stagnation. Discomfort creates evolution. Pain is temporary. Power is permanent. The law is simple. Seek the pain that pays dividends tomorrow. Say it. Own it. Live it. Some of you are thinking, but I want balance. I want comfort too. Good. But balance does not mean avoidance. You can rest strategically. You can recover deliberately. But if you never push, if you never struggle, if you never endure, then comfort becomes your prison. Balance is earned through discipline, not laziness. Seek the pain that pays dividends tomorrow. That is the principle. That is the law. That is the truth. Here's your challenge for today. Identify one area where you are avoiding discomfort. It could be your fitness, your career, your relationships, or your personal growth. Then take deliberate action. Step into the resistance. Lean into the challenge. Endure the struggle. That is where your growth lies. That is where your power is waiting. Seek the pain that pays dividends tomorrow. Repeat it. Repeat it. Repeat it. Embed it in your mind. Make it your guiding principle. Remember, life will not wait for you to feel ready. Growth does not negotiate. Power does not ask permission. Pain is inevitable. Discomfort is unavoidable. But here's the secret. It is also your greatest ally. It is the lever that transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. It is the currency of growth. The more you endure, the more you gain. The more you embrace, the more you evolve. That is reality. That is truth. You have a choice. You can stay comfortable and stagnate, or you can embrace discomfort and rise. That's the key. You mastered the idea that pain is a signal. You understand that growth comes from discomfort. You see the examples in life, in business, in elite performance. Now it's time to apply it. Step into the struggle. Embrace the resistance. And get ready, because the next chapter will show you how to build unstoppable momentum. Chapter 4. Systems over goals. Build your daily momentum. Goals are overrated. They sound exciting. They look motivating. They feel like progress. But here's the truth. Goals are unreliable. They are fragile. They depend on motivation, luck, timing, and circumstances outside your control. Goals are the scoreboard, not the game. You can set a goal to write a book, build a business, or get fit, but if you rely solely on the goal, you will fail. That is reality. That is the harsh truth. You have a choice. That's the key. You can chase goals, or you can build systems that guarantee progress. Win every day in every small action without exception. Repeat it. Let it sink in. Win every day in every small action without exception. This is the principle that separates average people from unstoppable achievers. Systems are your secret weapon. Systems are the rules, the habits, the routines that you follow no matter what. Systems are what keep you moving forward when motivation disappears. Motivation is fleeting. Systems are permanent. You have a choice. That's the key. Let's break it down. Think of weightlifters. They don't lift 100 pounds once and expect to be strong forever. They follow a routine. They show up. They lift. They repeat. Every day. That's a system. The goal might be to get stronger. The system is the process. Without the system, the goal is meaningless. Without daily action, the outcome will never arrive. Win every day in every small action without exception. That is how power compounds. That is how momentum builds. That is how you grow. Writers face the same challenge. They don't write one book and stop. They create systems. Daily writing schedules. Word count targets. Editing routines. They focus on process, not outcome. One day, one page, one paragraph at a time, they achieve results that seem impossible to outsiders. That is the system. That is the principle. Win every day in every small action without exception. Repeat it until it becomes automatic. CEOs and top entrepreneurs think the same way. They focus on processes. They build routines that remove decision fatigue. They standardize habits. They prioritize systems over goals because they know that goals are fragile. Markets change. People fail. Motivation fades. Systems endure. Systems create unstoppable progress. Systems produce results no matter what. You have a choice. That's the key. Here's the harsh truth. If you rely on goals alone, you will fail. You will procrastinate. You will wait for motivation. You will get distracted by results that haven't arrived yet. You will measure yourself against outcomes you cannot control. And when the goal isn't met, you will feel defeated. But systems don't fail you. Systems keep moving you forward. They make you unstoppable. You have a choice. You can chase the illusion of goals, or you can embrace the reality of systems. That's the key. Let's make this practical. How do you build systems that create momentum? Step 1. Identify your keystone habits. These are the small, repeated actions that generate the biggest results. It could be writing for 30 minutes a day. It could be exercising consistently. It could be reviewing finances daily. Step 2. Commit to consistency over perfection. Don't wait to feel inspired. Don't wait to feel ready. Show up every day. Step 3. Measure your habits, not your outcomes. Focus on what you do, not what you achieve. Win every day in every small action without exception. That is how success is built. Here's the mindset shift you need. Stop obsessing over results. Stop measuring yourself by outcomes. Stop stressing about milestones. Focus on process. Focus on routine. Focus on the actions that compound over time. One consistent action beats 10 bursts of motivation every time. Win every day in every small action without exception. That is the mindset of champions. That is how momentum is created. That is how ordinary effort becomes extraordinary results. Now let's be clear. Systems require discipline. They are not glamorous. They are not exciting. They are not headline-worthy. They are tedious. They are repetitive. They are boring. And that is why most people avoid them. That is why most people never achieve their goals. But that is also why they work. Because when everyone else quits, when everyone else gets distracted, your systems keep going. You have a choice. You can quit, or you can keep showing up. That's the key. Here's another practical example. Fitness. A person sets a goal. I want to lose 20 pounds. They start strong, motivated, inspired. But motivation fades. Weeks go by. Results slow down. They quit. Another person builds a system. They exercise 30 minutes a day, track their meals, sleep well, and repeat. They don't worry about the end goal. They focus on the system. Daily effort compounds. Momentum builds. Results come inevitably. That is the difference. That is the power of systems. Win every day in every small action without exception. Let's reinforce this one more time. Goals are fragile. Systems are reliable. Goals depend on motivation. Systems run on discipline. Goals are external. Systems are internal. Goals can fail. Systems can't. Win every day in every small action without exception. Repeat it. Repeat it. Repeat it. Make it your mantra. Embed it into your daily life. That is the principle that creates unstoppable momentum. That is the principle that transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Here's your assignment for today. Identify one area of your life where you rely on goals instead of systems. Maybe it's fitness. Maybe it's your work. Maybe it's learning or a creative pursuit. Then replace the goal-focused approach with a system-focused approach. Break it into small, repeatable actions. Commit to showing up every day. Win every day in every small action without exception. That is how you will start to build unstoppable momentum. That is how you take control of your life. That is how you create real growth. Remember, this principle compounds over time. One day, one small action, repeated consistently, turns into results that seem impossible. Systems are the engine. Discipline is the fuel. Momentum is the outcome. Results are inevitable when you win every day in every small action without exception. You have a choice. You can chase fragile goals and fail, or you can build systems that make success inevitable. That's the key. You now understand the power of systems over goals. You see the examples in life, business, and performance. You know how to take daily action that compounds. Now it's time to apply it consistently. And get ready, because the next chapter will show you how to take resistance and discomfort and turn them into unstoppable strength. Chapter 5. Embrace resistance, multiply your strength. Resistance is everywhere. It is unavoidable. Life will push back. Challenges will appear. People will doubt you. Circumstances will frustrate you. Every obstacle, every difficulty, every moment of friction is resistance. And here's the truth. Resistance is not your enemy. Resistance is your ally. Resistance is the tool that builds strength, resilience, and unstoppable momentum. You have a choice. That's the key. You can run from it or you can lean into it. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. Say it. Repeat it. Let it sink in. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. Resistance is the measure of your growth. Resistance is the test of your discipline. Resistance is the crucible in which power is forged. Those who avoid it stay weak. Those who embrace it rise above. You have a choice. You don't need anyone's permission. Let's look at Olympic athletes. They train for hours before sunrise. They push through injuries. They endure grueling repetitions, mental exhaustion, and physical pain. They embrace resistance daily, and it makes them extraordinary. Every sprint, every lift, every practice session that tests their limits, this is resistance. And every time they lean into it, they grow stronger. They understand a simple truth. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. Now consider entrepreneurs. They face rejection after rejection. They battle financial uncertainty, competition, and self-doubt. Every failure is resistance. Every obstacle is a test. Most people give up. They quit at the first challenge. But the successful ones? They lean into it. They embrace the struggle. They adapt, learn, and push harder. Resistance becomes their teacher. Resistance becomes their power. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. That is reality. That is life. Historical leaders demonstrate this principle too. Winston Churchill faced impossible odds. Abraham Lincoln faced repeated political failure and personal loss. Every day presented resistance. Every day presented adversity. And yet they endured. They did not flee from the challenge. They multiplied their strength through it. They understood a timeless truth. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. Repeat it. Internalize it. Make it your guiding principle. Here's the tough truth. If you avoid resistance, you remain weak. If you avoid challenge, you remain stagnant. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Every time you choose the easy path, every time you seek comfort over difficulty, you lose strength. You shrink. You delay your growth. Resistance is the gym for your mind, your body, and your life. The more you embrace it, the more resilient you become. You have a choice. That's the key. Resistance is not just physical. It is mental, emotional, social, financial. It comes in many forms. Deadlines, difficult conversations, criticism, failure, setbacks. All forms of resistance. You can choose to fight them or avoid them. You can choose to shrink or grow. You can choose weakness or strength. And every choice matters. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. Repeat it. Say it. Own it. Live it. Let's get practical. How do you embrace resistance in your daily life? First, stop avoiding discomfort. When you face an unpleasant task, do it anyway. When you fear failure, confront it. When your mind screams for ease, push harder. Second, reframe resistance as opportunity. Every obstacle is a chance to grow. Every challenge is a chance to test your limits. Third, measure progress not by ease but by the challenges you overcome. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. That is the law. That is the principle. Resistance also teaches lessons that comfort cannot. It teaches patience. It teaches persistence. It teaches problem solving. It teaches humility. It teaches self-reliance. Comfort teaches nothing. Comfort gives nothing. Resistance shapes you into someone extraordinary. Embrace it. Seek it. Multiply your strength through it. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. That is the truth. That is the reality. You have a choice. That's the key. Here's another real-world example. Imagine a startup founder pitching to investors. They face rejection after rejection. Every no is resistance. They could quit. Most do. But those who embrace it, who learn, adapt, and continue, eventually succeed. Resistance was their ally. Resistance multiplied their strength. And the reward, success, growth, achievement, was proportional to the resistance they faced. Repeat it. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. Resistance can feel uncomfortable, even painful. That's the point. It is meant to challenge you. It is meant to force growth. It is meant to separate the weak from the strong. Every time you lean in when it hurts, every time you endure when it's hard, every time you push forward when you want to quit, you are compounding your strength. You are becoming resilient. You are becoming unstoppable. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. Say it again. Own it. Repeat it. Now, some of you might be thinking, but I'm already facing so much resistance. Why should I take more? That is precisely the point. Those who multiply their strength don't avoid resistance. They embrace it. They understand that each challenge, each setback, each difficulty is a stepping stone to mastery. They lean in. They endure. They grow. And so can you. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. That is the principle. That is the strategy. That is the key. Here's your challenge for today. Identify one area where you are resisting resistance. It could be a difficult conversation you've been avoiding, a task you've been putting off, a fear you've been ignoring. Confront it. Lean into it. Endure it. Multiply your strength. That is how growth is created. That is how resilience is built. That is how extraordinary people achieve results. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. Repeat it. Embed it. Live it. Let's summarize. Resistance is inevitable. Resistance is unavoidable. Resistance is a gift. It is the crucible of power. It is the lever of growth. Avoid it and you remain weak. Embrace it and you become strong. Lean into it every day. Confront challenges. Endure setbacks. Push past pain. Multiply your strength. Repeat after me. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. Let it guide every action. Let it shape every decision. Let it become the principle you live by. You have a choice. That's the key. You now understand resistance as a tool, a teacher, and a multiplier of strength. You see the examples in life, sport, and history. You understand the principle. Now it's time to act. And get ready, because the next chapter will reveal the mind trick that keeps most people weak and how to finally take control. Chapter 6. The mind trick that keeps you weak. Your brain is lying to you. Right now, it is whispering excuses. It is creating reasons to stay comfortable. It is tricking you into thinking that avoiding struggle is safe. That skipping the hard work is smart. That procrastination is acceptable. That delay is harmless. Let me tell you the truth, it's not. Your mind wants easy, your life demands hard. Say it. Repeat it. Your mind wants easy, your life demands hard. This is the mind trick. It is subtle. It is sneaky. It is powerful. And most people fall for it every single day. You wake up with plans. You wake up with goals. You wake up motivated. And then your mind convinces you to take the path of least resistance. One small excuse. One tiny rationalization. One distraction. And suddenly your plan vanishes. Your potential stalls. Your life stays the same. Your mind wants easy, your life demands hard. Repeat it. Let it sink in. Here's a simple example. Procrastination. You know the task you should do. You know the action that will move you forward. And yet you delay. You scroll social media. You check messages. You convince yourself you'll start later. Later never comes. That is the mind trick. That is the mental trap. It is comfort disguised as rationality. Your mind wants easy, your life demands hard. That is the law. That is the truth. You have a choice. That's the key. Excuses are another form of this trick. I don't have time. I'm too tired. I'll start tomorrow. Every excuse is a gift your brain gives you to stay weak. Every excuse is a decision to accept mediocrity. Every excuse steals your future. And yet, it feels justified. And that's why so many people never reach their potential. Their mind wants easy, their life demands hard. Say it again. Own it. Embed it in your mind. Repeat it. Rationalizations are the final piece. You tell yourself, I deserve a break. I've earned this. This won't matter. And for a moment you feel justified. But long term it matters. Every rationalization is a step backward. Every rationalization delays growth. Every rationalization strengthens weakness. Your mind wants easy, your life demands hard. That is the principle. That is the reality. You have a choice. That's the key. Now here's the harsh truth. Your brain is not your enemy, it is simply doing its job. Evolution wired it for survival, for comfort, for energy conservation. That worked for cavemen. It doesn't work for you. The modern world rewards discipline, effort, and persistence, not avoidance, laziness, or rationalization. You must override the wiring. You must reprogram your choices. You must embrace the hard path. Your mind wants easy, your life demands hard. Say it, own it, repeat it, make it your mantra. Let's talk strategy. How do you defeat the mind trick? Step 1, awareness. Recognize when your brain is lying. Notice the excuses. Notice the distractions. Notice the justifications. Step 2, deliberate action. Take the hardest action first. Start with what you want to avoid. Attack the task that your mind resists the most. Step 3, repetition. Make this a daily practice. Over time, you will retrain your brain. You will condition your mind to serve your growth, not your comfort. Your mind wants easy, your life demands hard. Repeat it until it is instinctive. Here's a real-world example. A college student with a deadline. They know they should write, study, or prepare. Their mind says, watch one video first. Take a short break. Check your phone. And they comply. Result: stress, unfinished work, regret. Another student ignores the mental tricks. They start immediately. They face the discomfort of focus, effort, and discipline. Result: progress, confidence, mastery. The difference? They refuse the mind trick. They acted despite resistance. Your mind wants easy, your life demands hard. Say it again. Own it. Live it. This principle applies in every area of life. Fitness, career, learning, relationships, wealth. Every domain has resistance. Every domain has mental tricks. Your brain will offer shortcuts, excuses, and justifications. It will tempt you toward comfort. And if you accept them, you will remain average. If you reject them, you will grow. You have a choice. That's the key. Your mind wants easy, your life demands hard. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Here's the next step. Act immediately. Identify one area where your mind is tricking you right now. A task you've been avoiding. A habit you've been rationalizing. A challenge you've been delaying. Confront it. Start it. Push through the discomfort. Your brain will resist. It will scream. It will lie. Ignore it. Overcome it. Discipline yourself. Your mind wants easy, your life demands hard. Let that guide every action. Let that become your operating principle. Another truth: repetition is the antidote to the mind trick. Every time you act despite resistance, you weaken the mental trap. Every time you face discomfort, you train your brain to prioritize long-term results over short-term comfort. Every small victory compounds. Over time, you will no longer be fooled by the easy path. Over time, your mind will align with your life's demands. Your mind wants easy, your life demands hard. Say it, own it, repeat it. Let's summarize. Your brain is wired for comfort. It lies to you constantly. Procrastination, excuses, and rationalizations are mental traps designed to keep you weak. But now you know the truth. You have a choice. You can act despite the lies. You can embrace discomfort. You can take the hard path. Your mind wants easy, your life demands hard. That is the mantra. That is the law. That is the principle. You now understand the mind trick that keeps most people weak. You recognize the traps. You know the strategies to overcome them. And you are ready to act. The next chapter will take you even deeper, showing how delayed rewards become your secret weapon for unstoppable growth. Chapter 7, Delayed Reward, the secret weapon of champions. You want results. You want success. You want power. You want freedom. But here's the truth. Results do not come instantly. They never have. They never will. The world rewards patience, persistence, and sacrifice. The world rewards those who delay gratification. Short-term discomfort is the price of long-term gain. Say it. Repeat it. Short-term pain, long-term gain, every single day. Delayed reward is the secret weapon of champions. It is what separates ordinary people from the extraordinary. It is the principle that makes champions unstoppable. They don't chase the immediate pleasure. They endure. They sacrifice. They focus on the future payoff. Every decision, every choice, every action is filtered through the lens of long-term benefit. That is the principle. That is the strategy. That is the truth. You have a choice. That's the key. Consider Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest men on the planet. He didn't get there by chasing short-term wins. He didn't spend recklessly. He didn't give in to temptation. He delayed gratification. He invested consistently. He waited. Over decades, those small, disciplined actions compounded into massive wealth. The secret? Patience. Discipline. Delayed reward. Short-term pain, long-term gain, every single day. Repeat it. Own it. Let it sink in. Now consider athletes. The elite performers who dominate their fields. They endure grueling training schedules, strict diets, endless repetition. They forego comfort, pleasure, and fun. Every sacrifice today compounds into victory tomorrow. Every discomfort is an investment in their future performance. Every refusal to quit multiplies their potential. Short-term pain, long-term gain, every single day. That is how champions are made. That is how ordinary effort becomes extraordinary results. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, explains it best. Small, consistent actions repeated daily compound into massive outcomes. 1% improvement each day turns into incredible transformation over time. This is delayed reward in action. The person who waits, who works, who endures small sacrifices, achieves massive results. The person who chases instant gratification is left behind. Short-term pain, long-term gain, every single day. Repeat it. Embed it. Live it. Here's the reality. Life tempts you constantly. It offers instant pleasure. Comfort is easy. Temptation is everywhere. It whispers, you deserve this now. Take it. Relax. Avoid the work. And it works. You feel the relief. You feel the satisfaction. But it comes at a cost. Every time you give in, you trade long-term gain for temporary ease. Every time you chase the now, you delay the extraordinary. Short-term pain, long-term gain, every single day. That is the principle. That is the rule. That is reality. Let's break it down practically. Start with small sacrifices. Skip the dessert. Study 1 more hour. Run the extra mile. Do the extra push-up. Delay the immediate reward in favor of building something meaningful. Each small sacrifice compounds over time. Each repeated action multiplies results. Each refusal to chase comfort builds your future power. Short-term pain, long-term gain, every single day. Repeat it. Make it your mantra. Make it your guiding principle. Here's a psychological truth. The human brain craves immediate pleasure. It wants instant gratification. It wants to avoid discomfort. That wiring is natural. But the world does not reward comfort. The world rewards delayed reward. The world rewards persistence, endurance, and discipline. You must override the wiring. You must train yourself to focus on long-term benefits over short-term ease. Short-term pain, long-term gain, every single day. That is the mindset of champions. That is the law of results. That is the key. Consider your own life. Every time you choose to endure difficulty, every time you prioritize effort over ease, every time you delay satisfaction for something bigger, you are investing in your future. It may not feel like much now, but it compounds. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. The sacrifices add up. The results become exponential. Short-term pain, long-term gain, every single day. Repeat it. Own it. Live it. Let it guide every decision. Some of you are thinking, why bother? Why not enjoy the moment? Because the moment of pleasure is fleeting. It is temporary. It fades. And the cost of indulging is long-lasting. What you give up now, time, energy, discipline, will never return. What you build through sacrifice, strength, skill, wealth, freedom, will last a lifetime. Champions understand this. Ordinary people do not. Short-term pain, long-term gain, every single day. Say it again. Embed it in your mind. Let it become instinctive. Now let's talk strategy. How do you make delayed reward work in your life? Step 1. Define what matters most. Focus on your highest priorities. Step 2. Take deliberate, consistent action daily, even when you don't feel like it. Step 3. Resist the urge for instant gratification. Step 4. Repeat. Repeat the small actions. Compound them over time. Step 5. Measure success by progress, not by immediate pleasure. Short-term pain, long-term gain, every single day. That is how mastery is built. That is how power is created. Here's another real-world example. A musician practicing scales for hours, day after day with no audience. It feels tedious, feels boring, it feels unrewarding. But every hour compounds. Every repetition multiplies skill. And eventually, that small, delayed investment pays off in mastery, performance, and recognition. Athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, they all follow the same principle. Short-term pain, long-term gain, every single day. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Let's summarize. Small sacrifices may feel insignificant. The pain may feel heavy. The work may feel endless. But the principle is simple. Delayed reward compounds. Effort builds momentum. Sacrifice produces power. Discipline multiplies freedom. Champions embrace discomfort. Champions delay gratification. Champions commit every single day. Short-term pain, long-term gain, every single day. Let it guide every choice. Let it shape every habit. Let it become your law. You now understand the power of delayed reward. You see how small, consistent sacrifices compound into massive outcomes. You recognize the examples in life, business, and performance. Now it's time to act. Apply the principle daily. Train yourself to endure. Train yourself to delay gratification. Train yourself to prioritize long-term growth over short-term ease. And get ready, because the next chapter will show you how to shape your environment to accelerate your success. Chapter 8. Your environment is your trap or your launch pad. Your environment is not neutral. Every object around you, every person you interact with, every habit you're exposed to, it shapes your decisions. It shapes your actions. It shapes your life. Some environments trap you. Some environments launch you. Your surroundings dictate whether you rise or stagnate. You have a choice. That's the key. Change your environment, change your destiny. Say it. Repeat it. Change your environment, change your destiny. Let's be clear. Discipline alone is not enough. You can have iron willpower. You can have determination. You can have knowledge and skill. But if your environment is working against you, you will struggle. Every distraction, every negative influence, every bad habit reinforced by your surroundings, they weaken your efforts. They steal your time. They erode your progress. Change your environment, change your destiny. That is the principle. That is reality. You have a choice. Think about your workspace. Is it cluttered, chaotic, distracting? Or is it clean, organized, and optimized for focus? A messy desk breeds a messy mind. A chaotic space breeds distraction and excuses. A well-designed workspace reinforces discipline, habit, and momentum. Your surroundings either empower you or weaken you. Choose wisely. Change your environment, change your destiny. Repeat it. Embed it. Live it. Now consider your peer group. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If they are lazy, distracted, or unmotivated, that behavior seeps into you. If they are disciplined, ambitious, and relentless, their energy elevates you. Influence is contagious. Habits are contagious. Mindsets are contagious. Surround yourself with winners and you will become one. Surround yourself with losers and you will join them. Change your environment, change your destiny. Say it. Own it. Repeat it. Digital consumption is another critical factor. Social media, streaming, endless notifications, and irrelevant content are traps. They are distractions disguised as entertainment. They condition your brain to crave instant gratification. They steal your focus, energy, and willpower. Protect your mind. Cure what you consume. Limit what harms you. Optimize what empowers you. Your digital environment either builds you or breaks you. Change your environment, change your destiny. Repeat it. Make it a rule. Here's a harsh truth. Most people blame themselves for failing. I lack discipline, they say. I just don't have the motivation. And yet, their environment is stacked against them. The person who thrives isn't just disciplined, they've optimized their surroundings for success. They remove distractions. They surround themselves with support. They create systems that reinforce growth. Environment shapes behavior. Behavior shapes results. Change your environment, change your destiny. That is the law. That is the truth. Let's get practical. How do you shape your environment for success? Step 1. Audit your space. Remove anything that distracts, tempts, or drains you. Step 2. Audit your people. Surround yourself with those who challenge you, elevate you, and inspire you to be better. Step 3. Audit your digital life. Limit what steals your attention. Feed your mind with knowledge, inspiration, and tools for growth. Step 4. Optimize your routines. Make every habit, every ritual, every cue reinforce your long-term goals. Step 5. Repeat. Change your environment, change your destiny. Make it your mantra. Make it your principle. Live it. Here's an example from the real world. A writer struggling to focus. Their room is cluttered, their phone is buzzing, their friends call constantly. Writing feels impossible. Frustration builds. They change the environment. A quiet space, notifications off, a structured schedule, supportive accountability. Suddenly, focus becomes easy. Productivity multiplies. Momentum builds. The environment amplified their effort. The lesson? Surroundings dictate results. Change your environment, change your destiny. Repeat it. Own it. Athletes show this principle too. Elite training centers, disciplined teammates, and supportive coaches all create an environment where excellence is the default. The right gym, the right coach, the right training partners, they make hard work inevitable. The wrong environment makes quitting easy. Success is rarely about raw talent. It's about context. Surroundings shape outcomes. Change your environment, change your destiny. Say it again. Embed it in your mind. Live it. Even financial habits follow this rule. Surround yourself with people who spend recklessly, who chase instant gratification, who avoid saving. Your money habits will mirror theirs. Surround yourself with investors, disciplined savers, strategic thinkers. Your financial life changes. Environment influences mindset, mindset drives action, and action produces results. Change your environment, change your destiny. That is the principle. That is the strategy. That is the truth. Now, here's your challenge. Identify one environment that is holding you back. Is it a physical space, a group of people, or digital habits? Then take decisive action. Remove the trap. Optimize the launchpad. Replace distraction with focus. Replace weakness with strength. Replace mediocrity with standards that support growth. Change your environment, change your destiny. Repeat it. Own it. Live it. Make it impossible to fail. Remember, you cannot control everything. Life throws obstacles, unpredictability, and resistance at you. But your immediate surroundings, the space you inhabit, the people you interact with, the media you consume, those are controllable. They are levers you can pull. They amplify your efforts. They make success inevitable. Environment is a multiplier. It is a weapon. It is a secret most people ignore. Change your environment, change your destiny. Say it. Repeat it. Live it. Let's summarize. Your environment shapes your habits. It shapes your discipline. It shapes your results. Messy spaces, toxic peers, and uncontrolled digital consumption trap you. Optimized spaces, empowered people, and curated digital life launch you. Take control. Audit your surroundings. Make strategic changes. Align your environment with your goals. Change your environment, change your destiny. That is the rule. That is the principle. That is the law. You have a choice. That's the key. You now understand the power of your surroundings. You see how space, people, and digital habits dictate outcomes. You know how to audit, optimize, and leverage your environment. Now it's time to act. And get ready, because the next chapter will reveal how to master your emotions, the final frontier for unstoppable self-discipline. Chapter 9. Repetition, Ritual, and Relentless Discipline. Success is not magic. Success is not luck. Success is not inspiration. Success is built, brick by brick, day by day, minute by minute. The formula is simple: repetition, ritual, and relentless discipline. Nothing else creates power faster or more reliably. You have a choice. That's the key. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Say it. Repeat it. Let it sink in. Repetition is the foundation. Every skill, every habit, every achievement is forged through repeated action. You do it once, it doesn't stick. You do it 10 times, it starts to take root. You do it daily, it becomes automatic. Your brain adapts. Your body adapts. Your life changes. Repetition is the secret weapon of the elite. You have a choice. That's the key. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Ritual amplifies repetition. Ritual is structure. Ritual is habit. Ritual is the daily routine that removes decision fatigue. Elite performers don't rely on willpower alone. They have morning routines, journaling practices, structured workouts, and consistent schedules. These rituals create momentum. They make discipline automatic. They create unstoppable growth. Repetition without ritual is effort wasted. Ritual without repetition is meaningless. Combine them and power compounds. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Let's look at real-world examples. Morning routines. Elite performers, entrepreneurs, athletes, and thought leaders follow strict morning rituals. Wake up early, exercise, plan the day, read, journal. Every single day, they repeat, they ritualize, they embed discipline into every action. Over time, the results multiply. Momentum builds, power compounds. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Journaling is another form of ritual. The act of writing thoughts, planning priorities, and reflecting on wins and failures creates clarity. Clarity creates focus. Focus creates results. Repetition turns this act into a habit. Ritual transforms it into a system. And relentless discipline ensures it never skips. You cannot achieve mastery without repeated reflection. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Disciplined study works the same way. Top students, top professionals, top creators, they study relentlessly. They review material daily. They test themselves. They improve incrementally. 1 hour, every day compounds into mastery. Repetition, ritual, relentless discipline. That is how knowledge turns into skill and skill turns into power. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Here's the tough truth. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they lack repetition. They try once. They get distracted. They skip days. They quit when discomfort appears. Success does not tolerate inconsistency. Success does not forgive missed repetitions. Success rewards relentless, disciplined action repeated without excuse. You have a choice. That's the key. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Consistency is not glamorous. It is tedious. It is repetitive. It is boring. That is why so few achieve it. But that is also why it works. Small actions, repeated daily, produce massive results over time. Momentum builds silently. Habits compound. Discipline becomes second nature. And when the world chases quick fixes, the person with repetition and ritual dominates. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Let's talk mindset. Discipline is not motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is the ability to show up even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is repetition. Discipline is ritual. Discipline is doing the hard work every single day without exception. Motivation will come and go, but discipline never quits. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Here's another practical step. Identify one small action that aligns with your goals. Make it a daily ritual. Repeat it without fail. Track it. Reinforce it. Protect it from distraction. Over time, that small action will compound into extraordinary results. Momentum is unstoppable when repetition is consistent. Power is inevitable when ritual is disciplined. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Even failure is valuable when approached with repetition. Try, fail, adjust, repeat. Try again, fail again, adjust again. Repeat relentlessly. Every failure is a lesson. Every repetition strengthens your skill. Every ritual builds momentum. Every disciplined choice compounds over time. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Some of you may resist the monotony. You crave excitement. You crave novelty. You crave instant results. That is normal. But the elite don't chase thrills, they chase results. They embrace the monotony because they know the compounding power it brings. They repeat. They ritualize. They persist. They multiply their strength every single day. You have a choice. That's the key. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Let's summarize. Success is a byproduct of daily practice. Repetition builds skill. Ritual reinforces consistency. Relentless discipline compounds power. Motivation is optional. Excitement is optional. Discipline is mandatory. Momentum is built silently, invisibly, and relentlessly. Ordinary people avoid repetition. Extraordinary people embrace it. You have a choice. That's the key. Do it again, and again, and again. That's how power is built. Repeat it. Internalize it. Live it. Make it non-negotiable. You now understand the formula. You see the examples. You grasp the principle. Now it's time to act. Choose one ritual. Commit to one repeated action. Protect it. Repeat it daily. Multiply your strength through repetition, ritual, and relentless discipline. And get ready, because the next chapter will reveal the final ingredient that ties everything together into unstoppable mastery. Chapter 10, Pain Today, Power Tomorrow. Own it now. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is not punishment. Pain is the lever that moves your life forward. Every discomfort, every challenge, every struggle is an opportunity. The world rewards those who embrace it. The world punishes those who avoid it. You have a choice. That's the key. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it, say it, repeat it, let it sink in. Think back to every chapter we've covered. Stop chasing comfort. Embrace resistance. Build systems. Delay gratification. Optimize your environment. Repeat your rituals. Discipline your mind. Every lesson points to one truth. Pain is the currency of growth. Avoid it and you remain average. Accept it and you build power. You have a choice. That's the key. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it. Here's the harsh reality. Life will not wait for you to feel ready. Opportunity will not pause until you are comfortable. Success favors those willing to endure, willing to sacrifice, willing to act while others hesitate. Every moment you choose comfort over growth, someone else takes the prize. They outwork you. They outlast you. They outgrow you. Pain is not optional. It is mandatory. You have a choice. That's the key. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it. Resistance compounds strength. Small sacrifices multiply results. Repetition turns effort into skill. Ritual turns action into habit. Systems turn discipline into unstoppable momentum. All of it comes back to one principle. The pain you endure today builds the power you wield tomorrow. The struggle you accept now becomes the freedom you enjoy later. Avoid it and the prize passes to someone who is willing. Own it, live it, be it. Consider real-world examples. Athletes endure grueling training, pushing beyond fatigue, injury, and doubt. Entrepreneurs face repeated failure, rejection, and uncertainty, yet they persist. Historical leaders conquered obstacles that seemed insurmountable, embracing discomfort as the path to greatness. Every one of them understood the same truth. Pain is the lever. Struggle is the multiplier. Effort is the engine. And you can do the same. You have a choice. That's the key. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it. Here's the psychological truth. Your mind wants comfort. Your habits resist discomfort. Your impulses scream for ease. That is normal. That is natural. That is why most people fail. They listen to the voice that whispers, rest, wait, avoid. You must override it. You must lean into discomfort. You must accept that the hard path is the only path worth taking. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it, repeat it, embed it. Let it guide every decision. Let's make this practical. Every day, identify the challenge you are avoiding. It could be physical effort, mental strain, social confrontation, or a difficult choice. Face it. Act despite resistance. Take ownership of the struggle. Multiply your strength with each action. Every time you do, you are investing in your future self. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it, say it again. Make it a non-negotiable mantra. Now let's connect the lessons. Chapter 1 taught you to stop chasing comfort. Chapter 2 revealed the hidden cost of instant gratification. Chapter 3 showed that discomfort is the currency of growth. Chapter 4 emphasized systems over goals. Chapter 5 revealed the power of resistance. Chapter 6 exposed the mind tricks that keep you weak. Chapter 7 highlighted delayed reward. Chapter 8 showed that your environment shapes your destiny. Chapter 9 proved the power of repetition, ritual, and discipline. Every principle converges on this one truth. Pain today builds power tomorrow. You have a choice. That's the key. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it. Here's the final, undeniable reality. Someone will always take the prize if you don't. Someone will work while you rest. Someone will endure while you complain. Someone will sacrifice while you seek comfort. And life doesn't care about excuses. Life doesn't reward hesitation. Life rewards action, endurance, and courage. Own the struggle. Own the pain. Own the journey. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it. Here's your challenge. Identify the biggest area of discomfort in your life. It could be physical, mental, emotional, or professional. Confront it immediately. Break it into actions. Start now. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for comfort. Lean into it. Endure it. Multiply your power through it. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Pain is inevitable. Struggle is unavoidable. Difficulty is guaranteed. But that is not a curse. It is a gift. It is the mechanism that creates freedom, resilience, and extraordinary results. Pain is your lever. Struggle is your engine. Hard work is your fuel. Delay, avoidance, and comfort are your enemy. Own the pain. Multiply your strength. Seize your destiny. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it. Let's conclude this journey. Every chapter, every lesson, every principle leads to this moment. Ownership. You either take the pain or someone else takes the prize. You either endure the discomfort or you are left behind. You either act or life acts for you. You are responsible for your growth, your discipline, and your results. Own it, live it, be it. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it. Repeat it until it is part of your very being. Remember, power is built one choice at a time. Strength is multiplied one challenge at a time. Freedom is earned one struggle at a time. Your life is shaped by the pain you accept today. Do not waste another moment. Do not seek comfort. Do not delay action. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it. And now the final call, rise. Take the pain. Embrace the struggle. Multiply your strength. Claim your freedom. Build your resilience. Achieve your potential. Today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Own it, live it, be it. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Make it your law. Make it your mantra. Make it your life. Every moment you avoid discomfort, every time you chase ease, you are trading your future for temporary pleasure. But the truth is simple. Pain today is power tomorrow. Embrace the struggle, build your systems, resist the distractions, and make discomfort your ally. Your environment, your habits, your daily choices, they decide who you become. The champions, the leaders, the people with unshakable resilience, they all embrace this truth. Now it's your turn. Take the pain. Own the grind. Commit to growth. And tomorrow, when others are trapped by their comfort, you will rise. Pain today, power tomorrow. Start now. No excuses.